Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your JIS News for Thursday, September 1. Secondary schools will get their second tranche of tuition funding from the Education Ministry in the second week of September. Portfolio Minister Senator Ruel Reid, who made the announcement yesterday, says the third tranche of payment is also likely to be made before the previously announced December timeline. Primary schools, meanwhile, have received their first-term grants and their maintenance grants, which have increased by 90%. And schools' accounts will receive funds for their nutrition programs during the first week of September.
Over 130,000 early child students will be provided with breakfast and lunch, while other schools will be provided with funding to prepare lunches.
As it helps schools prepare for the September 5 start of the academic year, the ministry has also committed to completing the delivery of over 35,000 pieces of furniture. In addition, Minister Reid says all critical infrastructure repairs to schools will be completed before next Monday.
Some $70 million has been set aside for renovation or modification works leading to the creation of 30 infant departments and 15 primary schools for partitioning.
And the ministry is spending $800 million to provide core books under the National Textbook Loan Scheme and the Primary Textbook Program this year.
The delivery of books to schools is on the way as I speak and will be completed by September 30th, 2016. Schools are, however, reminded that titles which appear on the 2016-2017 approved textbook list must not, and I repeat, must not be included on schools' book list.
Still on education, the Caribbean Examinations Council CXC has decided to accept the outstanding school-based assessment SBA samples of students of Caenwood High School. Minister Ruel Reid made the announcement during yesterday's back-to-school press conference. 40 students of the St. Andrew-based institution had received ungraded scores for 6 subjects in this year's CSEC exams due to their school's failure to submit samples of their SBAs by the July 31 deadline. The ministry lobbied the CXC to change the decision, and Senator Reid says the move to accept the outstanding SBAs is part of the appeal process. Once the SBAs have been submitted, the review should be completed by next week and a final decision made. In the meantime, Minister Reid says the students are in the process of applying for employment or sixth form, and the ministry is offering its support with that. In other news, the National Solid Waste Management Authority (NSWMA) is warning persons to desist from using an illegal dump site in the Bedward Gardens community or face the full force of the law. NSWMA's Chief Technical Officer Arnold Gordon delivered the warning after touring the area yesterday. He told JIS News that the garbage being dumped at the site, which occupies a large land area in the community, appears to be coming from major construction projects and not domestic waste.
What I see here is clear that truckloads and truckloads of trucking of debris and sand and old marl and old blocks and all that. So this is not a domestic garbage issue.
Insisting that the illegal operation poses a risk to human life and the environment, Mr. Gordon says NSWMA's enforcement department will be tasked with making this their first priority.
And they will be collaborating with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and if necessary, the Jamaica Defence Force, to put an end to this. We are going to be looking out to find the first one that we can charge and make an example that people know that we are serious and deadly serious to put an end to this illegal activity.
He says the NSWMA will also be seeking to ascertain if the land is owned by the University of the West Indies to engage them and various government stakeholders, including NEPA and the Mines and Geology Department, on the implications of the illegal operation. Effective today, the National Health Fund (NHF) has doubled the pharmaceutical subsidy it provides for children 0 to 18 years old. This will apply to children who are registered on the NHF card program.
Kids with asthma, epilepsy, psychosis, diabetes, and a number of other ailments. And some families that we have found on our program have more than one child with a chronic illness. So it is a huge burden for families, and we felt that it was important that we increase the benefit to children.
NHF's chairman was addressing a JIS think tank session on Wednesday. The NHF previously covered about 40% of the costs for drugs to this age group, but will now increase that to an average of 80%. The cost to the agency will move from approximately $26 million to $70 million annually. About 12,000 children are expected to benefit. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Tamar McHale. Thanks for watching.